am Mrs. Noe, and I am the 6th grade language arts and social studies teacher here at Bright Elementary, and I would like to welcome you to the 2020-2021 school year. This will be my 17th group of 6th graders, and I've been in this same room all 17 years teaching the same subject. So it's something that I love, and I think that even though this year is going to be a lot different in some ways, it could be honestly my best year ever with you guys. So on that note, there's going to be a lot of things that are going to be different for us as we start the school year being back under the age of COVID-19. So just in case you've been confused about anything, I'll try to clear up hopefully a couple of your questions right now. And you are more than welcome to email me or text me. I'll send out some information for my Remind account for the 6th grade if you have any questions before Wednesday. But the first thing I want to clarify is that the school day is staying the same time. So students can enter the building no earlier than 8:30 a.m. And if you ride a bus, it's just gonna be like normal. You'll get brought up to the front of the school. If you are getting dropped off, that has changed a bit. Instead of being dropped off at the back of the building and then walking in right by the cafeteria, you'll drive all the way around the building. So you'll come in the same way you always have, drive around the whole building, and you'll get dropped off at the doors that are over by the ball diamonds. That way, hopefully we can eliminate some traffic just sitting out on Fair Ridge Road in the mornings before school. Pickup will stay the same, with 4th, 5th, and 6th graders getting picked up at those back doors by the cafeteria, and then 1st, 2nd, preschool through 3rd grade getting picked up at the doors by the ball diamonds. If you have a whole bunch of kiddos getting picked up and you want them to all be picked up at the same location, that is fine. They'll get picked up wherever the oldest child's pickup would be. So let's say you have a 6th grader, a 4th grader, and a 2nd grader, and you want them all to get picked up at the same spot. Then they'll get picked up back at the back doors by the cafeteria, because that's where the oldest child's spot would be to be picked up. So that's the first thing. Secondly, as we have in the past, your 6th grader teachers are fine with you having water bottles in class, and this year they're being kind of required for you to have a water bottle because all of the water fountains are not able to be used, and they've installed water fountains instead so you can quickly refill your water. That being said, we are expecting that you have water in the water bottles, okay? So just don't take advantage of this situation, please. Also, you will have to wear a mask. I'm sure there will be times throughout the day where you will not have to wear your mask, like you pretty much can't wear your mask and eat. So just know that there will be times during the day where you will be able to take your mask off, and those will be clarified by our new principal, Mr. Stevens, I'm sure within the first day of the school year. And we have our in-services as teachers on Monday and Tuesday. So if we find out anything new and exciting after this video, I will also share that with you. Those are really the big changes. Well, stuff's staying the same, and a couple changes that we have. As far as I know, breakfast will still be free for everyone. And again, any new news we find from that will come home that first day in your wonderful packet of parent homework with thousands of forms to sign. I have 3 kids of my own, so I get those forms now. Now I see the frustration of it. So again, I'm super excited for this school year. It's kind of, everyone's gonna be kind of on the same page in the same boat with all these changes. So I just ask that you be patient with me, and I'll be patient with all of you while we figure out what our new normal is, at least for now in the 6th grade at Bright. Now let me explain a little bit about how my language arts and social studies classroom works. All right, one thing that you will notice as soon as you enter my classroom is that I am all about the fandoms. So from Marvel and DC to Harry Potter to Star Wars to Lord of the Rings, pretty much anything fantasy, sci-fi, you name it, that's something that I'm gonna love. So there's gonna be a lot of posters and my pop figures of those things that I love. Also, I'm standing in front of what is probably the most important wall of my classroom, which is my bookshelves. And on either side of me, there's even more shelves. And I've got several rolling carts of books. I got 3 new carts this summer, thanks to a Donors Choose donation and generosity, that I have even more books going on and more books coming in the mail as we speak. In fact, they might be at the post office right now. So that being said, this is the most important wall, because if you do nothing else in your 6th grade year but learn to love to read, or learn to love to read more, then I will count it as a win. That means that that year is probably the best year ever. And it is my goal to make you a reader before you exit the halls of Bright Elementary to move on to 7th grade. Because of all things in life, reading is something that can stay with you no matter what the future holds for you. No matter how old you get, doesn't matter if you would lose your sight or lose your hearing or lose anything, you can always read, whether it be audiobooks, whether it be with your eyes, however it may be. And reading is something that I've loved, and I've loved forever, thanks to parents who really pushed that in my life when I was younger. So you'll notice I have all these buckets. This is because it helps me fit many more books on the shelf at once. So literally I've got thousands of books here, you guys. Just this summer, I probably added 300 books to my shelves and my carts. So I'm super excited for you guys to be the first ones to get to use some of those. And as we go through this year, I have a 40 book challenge for you to read 40 books at least, if not more, this year in all different types of genres. And so that genre challenge will be explained in the first couple of days of school. So I'm excited about that. On top of those 40 books you read on your own, we read lots and lots of books together, and short stories and articles. But our very first book, I just set it up, is going to be Percy Jackson, The Lightning Thief. So even if you've read it before, it's okay. I promise you, you will learn some new stuff as we go through this Lightning Thief unit and mythology. We also read Tuck Everlasting, Hatchet, some survival novels. Some of you might read Harry Potter or The Hobbit. So lots more than that. I could stand here and list them all, but I won't. But I just want you to know and be prepared. You will be reading a lot in the 6th grade. Also, in social studies, we study all of the ancient civilizations: ancient Egypt, ancient China, ancient Mesopotamia, ancient India. I'm missing one. Maybe not. No, those 4. And we're also gonna start out the year by learning about maps, all different kinds of maps, about how maybe some things you think about the world when it comes to where countries are and how big they are that maybe you don't know. We'll also be working on memorizing countries of the world. Last year, I know you had to memorize the 50 states. This year, we'll focus on definitely knowing continents, oceans, and then some of the major countries in the world, ones that you hear a lot about in the news, and would just be important for you to know as a global citizen and not just a citizen of the US and of Ohio. We also talk about the economy. We talk about world religions, the 5 major world religions. That'll be a little bit later in the year. So I'm excited about that. It's honestly true that my job covers the two things I really love in school, and that was reading and history. So I'm pretty lucky for that to be what I get to do every day with awesome sixth graders. So I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys in a couple of days. My room is almost done. I'm still working a little bit on making sure all my desks are spread out, getting your names on, everything they need to be on. Please don't freak out if you've not been able to find some things on the supply list. It is okay. Have something to write with, have something to write on, and we'll be good to go on Wednesday, and we can figure out all the other supplies once you get here. And if I know you cannot find Clorox wipes, it's okay, we get it. So I look forward to seeing you on Wednesday and starting out this year with you. Bye.